today's video gives me a little bit of a chuckle, purely because what I was going to talk about is exactly what I need to hear myself today. So this is me giving myself advice. What I was going to talk to you about, what I planned to talk to you about, was about how I felt that, or I feel like I've observed in a lot of cases recently with a lot of people, that if there's something they want to achieve and there's a journey that they're set out upon, that when they hit something, hit a wall, and they're not sure how to overcome it, they feel stuck, and they, instead of trying to step over that wall or push through it and break it down, they start going, well, that's obviously not the right way to go. Maybe I need to go over here, or maybe I need to go over there, or maybe I need to go back there. And I saw this in particular, so I'm advertising on Bing at the moment, as are a lot of my colleagues. A lot of people in the same community that I'm working with are also starting their marketing on Bing, because it's advised to us as a really good place to start, a good place to learn and cut our teeth before we move on to, say, some of the bigger platforms like Google or YouTube or Facebook. So that's where I am, and I've been advertising on Bing now about 2 months, and I've made good progress. I think so. So what I was feeling was that people had, or some of my colleagues had started their advertising on Bing, put an advert out there, selected the keywords that people might search for that advert to come up, linked that advert to a landing page, and that landing page is where you collect a name and email address from somebody so that you can then send them into the workshop series, a video series of workshops to promote the product that we're all promoting. And so there's quite a lot of steps that you need to go through and need to master in order to get that funnel effectively from somebody searching for something on Bing, to get them all the way through to see your ad, click on your ad, visit your landing page, like what they see, and give their name and email address. And my feeling was that people were putting an ad out there, choosing a bunch of keywords, spending money when people were clicking on their ad, and it wasn't giving them the results they wanted, and they were like, well, it must be Bing's fault. Bing's not the right place. There's not enough traffic on Bing, like market share compared to something like Google. Maybe I should be on Google, or maybe I should be on YouTube because everyone else is doing well on YouTube, so obviously Bing just doesn't work. And I was really frustrated at the beginning with people who had that attitude, because I'd made a decision, said to myself very early on my Bing journey, well, if I'm going to do Bing, I'm going to do it right, I'm going to do it well, I'm going to succeed on it before I move on to something else. Because the whole point, what they teach us, is that you need to master something, and to master it you need to really get to grips with it, understand it, know how it works, know how to operate it to get your results. So I was like, right, I'm going to be the Bing expert, and so off I set. And so I got stuck on all the same places that everybody else gets stuck. I had keywords that were spending too much money but not giving me the right traffic. I had ads that people weren't resonating with. I had mismatch between, I didn't know how to target, as in what sort of keywords to even start targeting. Then I started getting that right, and then my landing pages weren't converting. And so I've been through each stage. So I've been through the keywords, and so I did a lot of research on keywords and really understood what keywords mean, how they target us, warm traffic, cold traffic, all that kind of stuff. And I felt like I'd kind of got the hang of that. And then I got onto headlines, and so then I started reading an ebook called 52 Headline Hacks, and started doing a load of research on a portal called wordstream.com, a blog website for advertisers that gave really good insight into what makes a good headline. And then I use them to also then look at landing pages and what makes a really good landing page. You know, here's a bunch of successful landing pages, what have they got in common? What does a call to action look like? What does a good button look like that will actually get people to click on it? And I did all that research, and I've done it on about I think I'm up to 7 campaigns now. I've been through. 2 of them are active at the moment, because 5 of them are binned because the targeting was wrong, or the message was wrong, or it wasn't congruent, or I need to focus on just 2 to kind of get them right before I take those lessons and put them elsewhere. So I felt like I was making really good progress, and I was like, hey guys, I wanted to say, right, look at me, you know, look at what I've done. I've hit these obstacles, and instead of going, oh, it must be Bing's fault, I've gone, no, what do I need to do to achieve the results that I need to achieve? and so I've, you know, every time I've come up against that wall, I've gone like, right, okay, back, push it down, move on through, find a way to overcome it, move on through. So that was going to be my message today to you guys, was that when you hit up against something that's not working, look at yourself. What do you need to learn in order to overcome that? You know, based on the assumption that you're on the right journey, you're on the right path, you're heading in the right direction. You know, the platform that you're on works, because if it didn't, why would we be on there? And why would they be telling us to go on there? And so just, you know, take that as your basis and go, okay, well, if mine's not working, what do I need to do differently? So that was going to be my lesson. And then I was listening to myself today and going, yeah, but Caroline, you're in exactly the same position today. So I've had a call, been on various marketing calls today with various people. So I've attacked my targeting, my keywords. I've got my click-through rates now on 2 campaigns up to about 7 or 8%, which is massive. You know, 2.5%, 3% should, you know, is what you're supposed to aim for, and that's really good. Like 3% is really good. I'm getting like 8%, so I'm like, ching, got that right. And then so I moved on to the next stage, which are my landing pages, and I put some work into those, and the results are starting to come through. But my new landing page, which I'll kind of, you know, put all my eggs in, isn't converting as well as I'd hoped. And anyway, so I've been on a call with our marketing coach today, and he's given me some more advice, which is all really useful stuff about more keywords in certain campaigns, and maybe people are clicking on my ad because it's too high up the ranking, so that people just click on the first one that they see without realising what it is, and then get to your landing page and realise that's not what they wanted, and they move on. You've paid for that click, and you know, they're called curiosity clicks, if you like. And anyway, I've kind of got myself to a stage now where I'm just like, this YouTube is kind of in the back of my mind, coming at me from all angles, from everywhere else in the community. Is, Caroline, why aren't you on YouTube? Caroline, your videos, you know, you come across really well on video, why aren't you on YouTube? And because I've got that little voice in my ear, I've got this draw to kind of pull me away from Bing now and go, well, Bing's getting difficult, you know, you're not really getting the results on Bing, so maybe it just doesn't work, maybe you should move across to YouTube. And I could hear myself saying this earlier, and then I realised what I was going to talk about in this video. So this is me giving myself my own advice to, just because it's difficult doesn't mean you should give up. It means that there's something you need to learn, and in order to do that you need to put the time and effort in to overcome those obstacles and to learn it. So that's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to stick with Bing a bit longer. I'm working away on YouTube in the background and on training and stuff like that, so I still think I will go there, but I'm not giving up on Bing just yet. So there we go, folks. That's my little sermon for today, if you like, to myself. Hope that's useful maybe for somebody else as well out there. But watch this space, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Alright, take care, lots of love, bye bye.